Well, I started shooting my video and had to stop because somebody came by admiring the car. This is my 1976 Datsun B210. I'm taking this video because I'm getting ready to sell it. Want everybody to see what it's like. If you've always had to have one of these and you want one, you're running out of opportunities. There's not that many of them left anymore. And basically, if you want one that's stock and in this condition, you're going to have a lot of trouble finding one now, because everybody likes to change them when they buy them. And there's not many in this condition unless they're California owned. Even though this one's been Pennsylvania owned and it's in this condition, it's really a rare thing to find. Really a rare thing to find. If you've got to have this body style and you got to have it stock, original condition, you might not have any other opportunity. This might be it. So take a look. Though I have seen a few in better condition than this car, I haven't seen many. And in this particular body style, I've only seen one that was in better stock, better original condition than this car. And unfortunately, its stock color was that ugly yellow color that they had. So in my opinion, this is the best car of this sedan body style. Just won't find them prettier than that. This one has been repainted. I believe it was repainted somewhere in the 80s. I'd like to find the original owner if I can and ask him. But unfortunately, I was separated by him by one owner who owned it for 4 months. So I never did meet the original owner who had it for 29 years. Enjoy. Starts real nice. Rides like a cheap little car from the 70s. But it runs good. Been very reliable. I've had it on a long trip. Gets 42 miles per gallon on the long trip I took it on. Only one long trip I took it on. Look at those chrome bumpers. They're the original chrome bumpers. Never been re-chromed. All original there. The grill is just immaculate. No brakes, that plastic grill. Every time I drive it, I'm afraid a bird will hit it and knock out one of those little fins in there in the middle. But so far I've been lucky. Had a few close calls, but never hit a bird. Good for the bird too. The car was owned in Reading by a gentleman for the first 29 years of its life. And for about 4 months after that, a kid named Terry owned it, and he was also from Reading. And he was driving it to Philadelphia every day. He said he was driving it at 70 miles per hour down 422 and down 76 into Philly every day. And I believe him, because when I bought it, he had a blown head gasket. Redid the head gasket, redid all the exhaust because it was rotted out, and redid the front brakes because they were in bad shape. But the car is really in nice shape. Rocker panels, totally solid. Some little dents and dings all over the place. It's been used. It's a used car. There you go again. The chrome bumper is just beautiful. This back one has a few dents right in that area. I don't know if you can see them if I move the camera around a bit. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Again, come down to this rocker panel here. Okay. The rocker panel's solid as can be, but right here in the quarter you can see somebody did some backyard body work and then sprayed it with a spray bomb. Pretty close match, but not totally. Hides it pretty nice right here. In the fender as well, same thing, little patch. They sprayed into the rocker panel, but the rocker panel doesn't have any damage, no rust or anything that I can see there. These were probably just small holes. Probably just small holes that they wanted to patch up and keep from rusting worse or make them look a little better. Same on the other side. Same on the other side here. We got the same thing going. We have a little bit of body work there, patch up. Again, the rocker panel's immaculate. And then down here the other side, you got it again. You got a patch right there. Again, look down. You can see rocker panel's really in good shape. If I move the camera around a bit, you can see that it's real nice. Right behind the quarter panel patches here on the other side is where you see the most rust on the vehicle, except for under the brake reservoir, where it's leaked, I guess, numerous times over the years, and done a little bit of damage there. But as I felt around in there, nothing real bad. Just really nice shape, the whole car. Really sad to see it go. I've had it 10 years. I looked for one for 10 years and was having absolutely no luck finding one. And then eBay came along, and after a little while and people really got into it, I renewed my search after seeing one of these go down the road for the first time in 14 years. I saw someone driving one as a daily driver, and I said, oh my word, I got to renew the search and start looking again. So after 10 years of looking, I found this. When I found it, again, it had a blown head gasket. The kid didn't tell me that, but I saw the green coming out the tailpipe, and I knew something was up. But nothing was going to stop me from buying it. I had to have it. My father had one exactly like this when I was growing up. I remember hating the thing. He'd pick me up from band practice, and I'd be so embarrassed because all the other kids were getting into nice cars, newer cars. Ours was an old jalopy, man, and I hated that car. But then when it finally rusted away enough but kept running like these things are known to do, he put it in the backyard, and we drove it around the backyard. I learned to drive when I was 11 years old in one of these. In the identical car, same color, same interior color, same 4-speed stick. The only difference was that ours had an AM radio, and this one has a faceplate where the radio should be, and then where the antenna should be. You see the hole there, and a little nub, and then another hole up here. This car never got an antenna, but they did give it the holes, interestingly enough. You can see the faceplate on in there if you look inside. See, can we see it? Maybe not. Maybe not. We got a glare. But there's a faceplate in there where the radio should be. Again, this is your B210, 1976, 42 mile per gallon, and it's about to turn 80,000 miles within another 74 miles of driving. It'll be at 80,000, and that's the original mileage. Got lots of pictures available, going to be on the eBay posting when I put this up. I have somebody putting it up for me. these vents here, quite often you find them in these Datsuns that do not hold their position anymore. Let me back up a bit here. But this one is solid as can be. Same with the other side. Basically, I left them in place the whole time I had it so they wouldn't wear out and start hanging down. Normally what happens is they just fall down like that all the time. But you can see this one's nice and solid. You pop them in and out to open and close. Basically, I haven't done that either. I left them in one position the whole 10 years I owned it so that they wouldn't get destroyed because they're old. Dashboard's in great shape. It's got one little star right here, if we can see it. Just that one little star. Other than that, the dashboard is in great shape. The door moldings are in great shape as well. And right about in there, this one is a little loose. You can see that right there. Basically, I tell everybody not to touch it. But other than that, all that's there. And usually that's a foil that's on there, and usually that foil's missing. But both doors on this car have it. Passenger seat's in great shape. No rips, no tears, no gouges or anything in the front side of the seat. Driver's seat, same for the top part here, except when you get down right near the bottom, there's a spot right there. If I can zoom in on that, right there you can see a little rip and a little spot that's missing there. If I pull back, the seat itself is also in really good shape for a car that has 80,000 miles on it. But again, you got some tearage right there. Not here, this is all good, but right there. And luckily it's right on the seam. I've actually seen this fixed. This stuff fixed before. There's guys that will come into body shops and repair it for body shop owners. You see just a little bit of wear there. Again, right over here on the other side, just a little crack. Then the worst part is this thing right here on the side where your little handle is to pop the seat up and down. You got a nice tear there right behind there. Okay, you got a little crack right there. But overall presentation for a car 39 years old, where the seats were never covered. I mean, she's, oh man, you're not going to find anything better. And that, like I said, that can be repaired. I just never had it done, but I've seen it done, so I know it can be repaired. And they match it so well you can't even really tell at all. I mean, not at all. Again, here on the floor mat, everything's in really nice shape, but you got this one hole right in the middle from wear. Again, 80,000 miles. It's got some wear. Everything's really nice. I mean, you look up in here, everything's clean, nice. There's your fuse box, all mapped out real good for you, so you know where everything is. Everything, all the hoses, everything's attached, looking good. All your controls are there, working. The low-speed fan doesn't work, but the high-speed fan does. And the way you get your fan is you pull this thing out. You go one pull, two pull, or for the speeds of the fan. But maybe the first fan's working, but I can't tell that it's working. Then your selector is there to side, and also this one goes side to side. This car came without the AM radio. It just came with a faceplate. So. And on the outside, you'll see that the antenna, where the antenna would have been, is just holes. And they just left the holes there but never put an antenna in from the factory. Here again, you can see just your instrument cluster, everything's nice. And these are the original miles. It's not said to be the original, this is the original miles, 79,926. By the time you get the car, it'll probably be just over 80,000, because I like to drive it. But I only drive it on nice days. I'll be sad to see this car go. There's some little cracks and stuff in this, just right there, but real supple now because I've been working on this stuff for the past 10 years. I've been taking really good care of it. So again, little tear right there, but everything's real supple now. I haven't seen any new damage in the 10 years I've had this stuff. Again, yeah, everything's gotten supple. You can see how it is now because I've been just taking care of it. This driver's seat I noticed as I was cleaning and operating things here. I noticed that this is loose here. I don't really know what's going on there, but it's loose. But the seat holds itself up, so I don't think it's broken, but something's loose in there. Have to be looked at. Again, here's the other molding. And this one has just little pits missing, probably from taking fingernails down to get the handle here. Some little gouges in it, in that foil. But the foil's nice and tight on this side. You can see that's nice and tight there. Not coming off on this side, which is surprising. I would have expected this side to be the side where it was coming off, but it's not. Everything's in nice shape. The bottom of the molding, normally you have damage there from people's feet coming in and out of the car, but there's no damage here, just some little black marks right there. Basically, the rear seat of this Datsun looks like nobody's ever sat in it. This tag's ripped off on one side. All the writing can still be read. All the interior back here is just excellent condition. No tears. It's soft and supple. Been putting leather conditioner on it, and it's kept it very supple. I've had the car 10 years, and that's what you get when you keep it after it and keep it treated. It stays nice like that. Backs of the seats, really nice shape. Little scratchy here. Again, the back seat, on the other angle here. Again, you can just see all the interior is just in really nice shape. No tears. Everything in just excellent condition. I might as well open that. Not used. Rear of this seat also has a little scratch here, right there. It looks like somebody gouged it with their fingernail or putting something in there, maybe moving something inside the car. Also a little staining there. Let me take a step inside just so you can see this back here as well. Just in excellent condition. All good. The Back of the seat is good. Pretty impressive for a Pennsylvania-owned car. Let's see if I can get this seat forward. These little screws here hold the mats down, and there's a little round grommet on the rugs. If you slide them sideways and then pull up, you can get them off there without ruining them. A few people already ruined, or somebody already ruined a few of these on the rugs I have, but most of them are intact. Passenger side. Again, just in really, really good shape. Just not going to find cars like this. Not in Pennsylvania. Maybe in California. Let's see if I can get the seat forward again. There's a lot of work there you don't have to worry about. Just everything's in real good shape. This is the original spare tire. It does have a plug in it, but it's still holding air after, what, 39 years? 40 years, sorry. 76, yes, 39 years. Still holding air, original spare. Is the original equipment as well here, original equipment, and this is a tire stopper, this yellow thing here, and that's the way they're supposed to be in there, I believe, based on pictures I've seen. And this here is your Nissan Motors package for your little tools that they gave you with the car. The tools are not in here. I'm not sure what's supposed to be in there, but they're not in there, unfortunately. But everything else is there, and that's also in nice shape. I'm going to show you the parts you won't see later. Also take this tire out for you here in a second so you can see underneath all this. Again, Pennsylvania owned car, but look at the condition here in the trunk underneath the spare. I've only washed this car 3 times in the 10 years I've owned it, and in those 3 times, the first time I was very careful, and after I washed it, I checked in here under the spare and found a puddle under here. And since then, I've checked it every time I've been in the rain and any time I've washed it, and I've never seen a puddle since. But just so you're aware, whoever buys this car, you're going to want to just check that out just to make sure if you get caught in the rain. I got caught in the rain twice in 10 years and washed her, I think, 3 times. And Yeah, each time I checked under here to make sure, because you don't want a puddle sitting in there. That'll become full of holes, not be so nice anymore. Just want to show you how supple this is. Again, I've treated it, taken care of it. Very supple. Really nice shape. There's a little dirt on it over here, but that can come out. The brush, you'll get that. Everything in here is in really nice shape. The worst thing is that backboard right there. Light brackets are all intact, good shape. The plastic doesn't look like it's worn out or going to be brittle. Everything looks good. All the wiring. Has been seen all over the car here. The rubber parts, plastic parts, they're all in just really good condition. Things that can't be replaced because these cars just don't exist anymore. But all that stuff's in good shape. Tags on the car, everything's in great shape. You never see these things on old cars. Usually it's just an open end right here, but this one's all intact and it's all in great shape. The hood's in great shape. This edge here has no rust whatsoever. No rust at all. It's one of the things that rotted out on these with time. You do have a little bit, just a surface where the heat hit that part there. You can see the frame rail down there. Not frame, but unibody rail. The worst rust on the car is right underneath the brake fluid reservoir here, but I've been feeling around down in there and poking at it, and it's solid, but just been a little bit of rusting going on there. Nothing real terrible, thank God. And the rail here, everything's in good shape. And let's start it up. That's the brake light that's still on because I have the emergency brake on, so we don't roll around. I've never let it not be started for more than a month, and if I let it sit for a month and went to restart it, I'd have to pump the gas 3 times, but then the very first keystroke start right back up. The car's always been a good starter.